Welcome back to Bike Matters. Today we're looking at the top 10 125cc sports bikes for 2020. So let's go straight into the list. We'll go over a few budget options and then look at the top dogs of the market. Starting with number 10 and first of the budget options, we have the Motorini MT125 RRI. Bit of a mouthful. A Chinese built motorcycle, the Motorini is a good looking bike with some basic spec, but enough to get you on the road at a good price, just £2,199. Now it's capable of just under 60 miles per hour. The engine is a single cylinder 4-stroke air-cooled motor and it produces 9.4 brake horsepower. It achieves around 85 miles per gallon from its 11.5 litre tank. This Motorini weighs 143 kilograms, which is around the norm for these 125cc bikes. It has front and rear disc brakes with a combined braking system, a seat height of 770mm and LED lights. If you're looking for a sports bike that will do the job for a budget, this is one you could consider that will look good and perform well for that budget price. It's a good one to start our top 10 list on. At number 9, we have the next budget-friendly choice with the Keyway RYZF R15. A full-size motorcycle with 790mm seat height. This is a good option for taller riders or for those looking for bigger bike proportions to get used to a full-size bike for the future. With a 125cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine developed in partnership with Benelli, the RKR will put out 12.6 brake horsepower through its 6 gears, which is important for a 125cc bike because when you're cruising at top speed in 6th gear, it will typically be quite tall and you won't be bouncing off the rev limiter. With front and rear disc brakes and a combined braking system, a 15 litre tank and a top speed of 60 miles per hour, this 142 kilogram motorcycle doesn't have much fancy tech or rider aids, but it does make up for it with a lovely low price tag, just £2,499. And it's quite a good looking bike in my opinion as well. Our number 8 bike is the Ryoji RS3 125. Making use of Yamaha's liquid-cooled 4-stroke engine, Spanish company Ryoji offer a sporty bike with a twin cradle frame and a braced alloy swing arm. Upside down shower forks and a 280mm front and 220mm rear disc. This bike certainly looks the part and has the parts with it as well. Dry weight is 128 kilograms. It has a tall seat height of 845mm with a 12 litre tank and 6 gears. And not to mention the power, which is peaking at 14.7 brake horsepower. That's basically the top limit for a learner legal 125cc. So this sports bike is actually quite a good one for the road. There's also an optional quick shifter to give the RS3 even more race appeal with full bike aesthetics that look fantastic for this price point. It's just £3,499. Plus the RS3 does have a Pro version available as well. It will have an awesome Castrol livery and the quick shifter thrown in. So this is basically a perfect race bike. And at number 7, the last of our budget options, is the FB Mondial Pagani. A fusion of modern and retro design, this 125cc sports bike is a little different and will definitely stand out on the road. The styling on this bike has influences from classic motorcycles from back in the day and is even named after legendary motorcycle racer Nello Pagani himself. It almost crosses over into cafe racer territory with its stripped down rear end and has a scrambler-esque high mounted exhaust. But the clip-on bars, upside down forks, racing style cowl and belly pan keep it planted firmly in the sports category. The Pagani also has 6 gears, a 9.5 litre tank and 785mm seat height, with of course front and rear disc brakes. The Pagani is powered by a single cylinder liquid cooled engine which is provided by Piaggio, and they also provide the engine for the Aprilia RS125. And that puts out a healthy 13.4 brake horsepower. You can expect a decent performance from this 125 and it only weighs 133 kilograms. Starting at £3,599, if you're into the futuristic retro vibe, this could be the sports bike you're after. And we're only just at number 7. At number 6 is the KTM RC 125. A solid choice for a 125cc sports bike fan, like most KTMs. This has a rather unique look that I quite like. Sporting the angular front fairing with a letterbox style twin headlight and coming in with that classic KTM orange and black paint job, it certainly stands out on the road, as any KTM fan will know. When it comes to performance, expect the single cylinder liquid cooled engine to provide you with 15 brake horsepower and 12 Nm of torque. With 6 gears and great stopping power provided by Bi-Breed brakes, which are 300mm 4-piston disc at the front and a 230mm at the rear with ABS, The RC125 weighs in at 139 kilograms dry. It has an 820mm seat height, and whilst it lacks some of the rider tech that KTM usually provides, it will absolutely be one to watch out for in 2020. Prepare to pay around £4,499 for this one. Just before we make it into the top 5, a quick word about Lexham Insurance, who power BikeMatters. If you're looking at getting a 125cc sports bike on the road, you're going to need insurance to go with it. So give Lexham a try for a quote. Whether it's online or over the phone, Lexham's best quotes are direct. So get in touch with them when you know what bike you'll be after, and they can provide you with a competitive quote. Oh, and let them know that BikeMatters sent you as well. So moving on to our number 5 bike, we have the Aprilia RS125. A titan in the sports bike world, Aprilia's 125cc offering comes in the form of the RS125. Now, some of you may be looking at this one thinking I mean the old school 2-stroke, which was an absolute rocket with speeds going over 100 miles per hour. But unfortunately, the days of 2-stroke motorcycles are long gone, and Aprilia have released this Euro 4 compliant 125cc with class-leading performance in its place. Putting out 15 brake horsepower and able to reach the high 70s, the RS125 is a proper sports bike that really handles like one on the road. And there is the GP replica edition as well, that includes a racing livery and quick shifter as standard. And I did actually review this one for BikeMatters, and the link is in the description if you want to know all about it. The RS125 starts at £4,499, and you can add on £100 for that GP replica model that I rode. Now, just outside of the top 3 is the Yamaha YZF R15. First released in 2008 and updated regularly since then, the YZF R125 is a hugely successful bike for Yamaha in this lower CC category of sports bikes. And you'll see these very often out on the roads, as well as in top 10 lists. In fact, it made our top 10 125cc motorcycles list as well, so check that video out. This YZF R125 has been updated recently and has a brand new engine and updated chassis for improved handling and performance. The engine has that variable valve actuation system to provide steady performance across low and high rev ranges. Not only that, but there's a slipper clutch to smooth out engine braking during downshifts and preventing rear wheel from locking up. There's top performance here, as expected, with 15 brake horsepower as a peak power and front and rear disc brakes with ABS. It's a premium option at £4,599, but a great choice at that. A new offering in 2019 and a great option for the price. At number 3 is the Lexham LXR SE 125. Now, I can tell you firsthand that this bike is a true sports bike, having reviewed this one for BikeMatters. Not only does the LXR SE 125 handle like a bigger bike with its upside down forks, full-size chassis and aluminium swing arm, the 12.1 brake horsepower can push you to an indicated 73 miles per hour in the right conditions. Not only that, but it does give you the full bike feel, as the LXR SE was also released as a 380cc version on the same chassis, so you know that it's going to be good for a big bike feel. A huge positive on the LXR SE is the dual front discs as well, which is very uncommon on a 125cc motorcycle, and it weighs around 167 kilograms. So it looks stunning and handles great, but the best thing, the price. It's just £2,499, and the LXR SE could be yours. A great option for a learner rider looking for the big bike feel on a budget. Again, you can check out my review if you want to know all about this 125cc bike. At number 2 is the Kawasaki Ninja 125. A first entry in 25 years for Kawasaki into the 125cc market, the Ninja 125 was introduced in 2019 and gives you a super sport bike with the same namesake as their fabled Ninja. Of course, it's still a 125cc, so there's no crazy numbers here, but it still tops 15 brake horsepower from the new 125cc liquid-cooled 4-stroke single-cylinder engine, so you can comfortably cruise at 60 miles per hour and easily reach 70. Peak torque and speed is higher up in the rev ranges, which is typical for a 125, and living in the 7,000 rev and above range is where you'll find the peak power. Curb weight is 148 kilograms, it has a 785mm seat height, and a H2 style trellis frame. Much of the technology found on this 125cc is derived from the previous 250cc Ninja model, and combined with Kawasaki's track record for producing super reliable and fun motorcycles, this is a contender for top 125cc sports bike. This bike was priced at £4,399, but as of writing, it was actually listed at £3,799, which is a real bargain for this bike. And at the top of the list, our number one spot goes to the Suzuki GSXR 125. Despite being one of the biggest names in the sports bike world, it did take Suzuki until 2017 to introduce a 125cc version of their legendary Gixxer, or GSXR. This meant that Suzuki had to develop a brand new 125cc engine, which offers a peak power at 15 brake horsepower from the single-cylinder liquid-cooled motor. And it only weighs 134 kilograms. So you'll definitely get this above 70, and with stopping power provided by the front and rear discs coming with Bosch ABS, you know you're in safe hands. Suzuki placed this as their perfect introduction to the sports bike world, with an aggressive riding position, but still an accessible seat height of 785mm. There's also a gear indicator on the LCD display, which is a very handy feature for beginner riders. Suzuki hope that you'll get on this and then love their Suzuki range and continue up into the higher Gixxer range. But this one, the Suzuki GSXR 125, is priced at £4,399. So what do you think of our top 10 sports bike list? Is there any that we've missed or any that we should include? Let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. As always, thank you so much for watching the video and getting this far. If you enjoyed the list, like the video, it really does help us out. You can also subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified on all of our latest releases for both reviews and top 10 lists. I'll see you on the next one. But I feel alive.